Can you feel it? That undeniable pull deep within your soul, a stirring you can't ignore. You didn't stumble upon this moment by accident. Every twist, every turn, every triumph and trial has brought you here. You are not ordinary. You were chosen to rise above the noise, to illuminate paths others cannot see, and to embrace a purpose so profound it feels almost too big to carry. Every tear you've shed, every whispered prayer in the stillness of the night has been heard. The universe has been aligning the pieces of your life like a masterful puzzle, preparing you for something extraordinary. This isn't a coincidence, it's a calling. You've been forged in the fires of challenge, shaped by moments that felt insurmountable, only to emerge stronger, brighter, and more resilient. Today is the beginning of something new. The doubts that once held you back have no place here. You are standing on the edge of transformation, a transformation that has been waiting for you to say yes. This is your moment to claim your power, to step into the extraordinary. You are not here by chance. You are here because you are ready. Are you ready to answer the call? Think back to the hardest moments of your life, the nights when sleep evaded you, the days when the weight of the world felt unbearable, and the seasons where nothing seemed to go as planned. You might have wondered, why me? Why now? But let me tell you this. Those challenges were never meant to break you. They were meant to shape you. Every delay, every heartbreak, every closed door was a stepping stone, a divine setup, not a setback. Each of these moments carried within it a lesson, a gift, and a preparation for the incredible future that is unfolding for you now. What if the pain you've endured wasn't a punishment, but a refinement? Like a diamond under pressure, you have been forged by these experiences, transformed into someone stronger, wiser, and more equipped to fulfill your purpose. You've been walking a path that is uniquely yours, and it has not been easy, but the greatest journeys are never smooth. Imagine the roots of a tree pushing through hard soil to reach water. The tree doesn't question the effort. It grows because that's what it was created to do. And so have you. Every moment of struggle has deepened your roots, making you unshakable in the face of storms. Let's reframe those challenges for what they truly are, building blocks for the life you've been destined to live. Think of the times you've stumbled, only to discover new strength within yourself. That heartbreak? It wasn't an ending. It was clearing the way for something better. That job you didn't get? It was redirecting you toward an opportunity that aligns with who you truly are. Even when the way forward feels unclear, know this: you have not been abandoned. The universe, God, or however you define the higher power that guides you, has been orchestrating everything for your good. In the moments where you felt stuck, it wasn't stagnation, it was preparation. Just as the caterpillar must endure the darkness of the cocoon to emerge as a butterfly, your struggles have been the cocoon, and now you are ready to spread your wings. The key to transformation lies not in avoiding hardship, but in embracing it. Let's be honest, growth is uncomfortable. It asks us to stretch beyond what we think we can endure, to step into the unknown without a map. But isn't that where the magic happens? When we're pushed out of our comfort zones, we discover parts of ourselves we never knew existed. Think of a seed buried in the earth. From above, it looks like nothing is happening. But beneath the surface, it's breaking apart, growing roots, and preparing to burst into the light. That's been you. Every tear, every doubt, every moment you questioned your path. It's been watering the soil of your transformation. And now, the harvest is near. So, why do challenges feel so relentless at times? Because transformation is not a one-time event. It's a process. Just as the seasons change, so too must we go through cycles of growth, rest, and renewal. The struggles you face aren't roadblocks. They're milestones marking your progress. Scripture reminds us in James 1 verses 2-4. Consider it pure joy when you face trials of many kinds, because the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, lacking nothing. Let that sink in. Every trial has been equipping you, not just for survival, but for greatness. You've been given resilience in the face of adversity, compassion for others who struggle, and the strength to rise again and again. These are the tools that will carry you forward. Now, think about this. What if the struggles you've faced are not just for your own growth, but to inspire others? Your story is powerful, not because it's perfect, but because it's real. The moments where you've fallen and risen again are the ones that will light the way for someone else. When you step into your transformation, you give others permission to do the same. So, what's next? It's time to stop seeing challenges as obstacles and start viewing them as opportunities. Opportunities to grow, to learn, and to become. Every no you've faced was setting you up for a greater yes. Every door that closed was redirecting you to one that's wide open. As you move forward, hold on to this truth. The universe is on your side. You are not alone in this journey. Each struggle has been a thread in the tapestry of your life, weaving a masterpiece that is uniquely yours. And now, the picture is becoming clear. You've made it through storms you thought would drown you. You've climbed mountains you thought were insurmountable. And here you stand, not just as a survivor, but as a warrior ready to take on what comes next. So, take a deep breath and step boldly into this new chapter. Trust that every challenge you've faced has prepared you for the extraordinary. The path ahead may still have twists and turns, but you now have the tools, the strength, and the faith to navigate it with courage. Your transformation is here. Embrace it, trust it, and remember, this isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of something far greater than you ever imagined. Pause for a moment and reflect. Have you noticed the subtle ways the universe whispers to you? The moments when a song lyric plays at the exact time you need to hear it. The unexpected call from someone who seems to know exactly what you're going through. Or the way certain numbers, patterns, or events keep appearing, as though they're trying to tell you something. These are not random occurrences. They are signs, gentle nudges from the universe, aligning you with your higher purpose. Life is filled with these signs, but in the noise of the world, we often overlook them. They come in whispers, not shouts, requiring a quiet mind and an open heart to truly hear. Are you listening? Are you attuned to the subtle language of the universe? Because these signs are your guideposts, pointing you toward your destiny. The universe speaks in patterns and synchronicities. Think about the moments when everything seems to line up effortlessly, when the right people or opportunities seem to appear as if by magic. That's alignment. That's the universe orchestrating events behind the scenes to guide you forward. But here's the key. You must be open to receiving these messages. It starts with awareness. When you slow down and pay attention, you begin to see the connections. Maybe it's the same number appearing on a clock, a license plate, or a receipt. Maybe it's a recurring dream that leaves you with a feeling you can't shake. These signs are not coincidences. They are the universe's way of saying, pay attention, you're on the right path. But awareness alone isn't enough. You must also trust that these signs carry meaning, even if you can't fully understand them yet. Trust that the universe has your best interests at heart, aligning every detail for your highest good. Think about the times you felt a gut instinct, a pull in a specific direction, even when logic suggested otherwise. That's your intuition, your inner compass. It's the universe's way of communicating directly with your soul, bypassing the noise of doubt and fear. How many times have you ignored that instinct, only to realize later it was right? What if, from now on, you made the choice to trust it fully? The universe isn't just whispering, it's guiding you. Those recurring signs are like breadcrumbs, leading you toward your purpose. But to follow them, you must be willing to surrender control. Stop trying to force outcomes or micromanage every detail of your journey. When you release the need to control, you create space for the divine flow to work in your life. Think of a river. When you fight against the current, you waste energy and go nowhere. But when you surrender to the flow, you move effortlessly toward your destination. The same is true with the universe. Trusting the signs is like stepping into that river and allowing it to carry you where you're meant to go. This isn't about passivity, it's about partnership. You are a co-creator with the universe. Every choice you make, every action you take, sends a ripple into the world. When you align with the signs and follow the guidance you're given, you amplify those ripples, creating momentum that propels you toward your dreams. But here's an important truth. Not every sign will come wrapped in positivity. Sometimes, the universe uses challenges to steer you in the right direction. A missed opportunity might actually be divine protection. A closed door might be redirecting you to something far greater than you imagined. Can you trust that even the setbacks are part of the plan? Consider this. The universe has a higher vantage point. It sees connections and possibilities that your human perspective cannot. Like a master weaver, it's threading the fabric of your life into a masterpiece. Every sign, every delay, every unexpected twist is part of that weaving. Your role is to stay open and receptive. How? By creating stillness in your life. In the hustle and chaos of daily routines, it's easy to miss the whispers of the universe. But when you take moments to pause, reflect, and breathe, you open yourself to receiving those whispers. Whether it's through meditation, prayer, journaling, or simply sitting in nature, stillness is the space where clarity emerges. Let me ask you, when was the last time you truly listened to your heart, to your intuition, to the world around you? The answers you seek are already within you, waiting to be heard. And as you begin to notice the signs, take action. Don't just acknowledge them, act on them. If you keep seeing the same message, it's time to dig deeper. If an opportunity feels divinely timed, don't hesitate to embrace it. The universe rewards those who move with faith. There will be moments of doubt, times when you question whether the signs are real or whether you're reading too much into them. But let me assure you, they are real and they are meant for you. The universe is speaking to you in a language only your soul can understand. So, as you move forward, pay attention. Notice the patterns, the synchronicities, and the moments that feel too perfectly aligned to be chance. Trust your intuition and the subtle guidance you're receiving. These are not mere coincidences. They are the universe's way of guiding you home to your purpose. The signs are all around you. Chosen one, will you open your heart, quiet your mind, and truly listen? Because when you do, you'll find that the universe has been speaking to you all along, leading you to a life more extraordinary than you ever dreamed possible. This is your moment to align with the divine flow. Trust it, follow it, and let the signs light your way. Have you ever felt trapped? Not by walls or chains, but by the invisible expectations that others have placed on you? Those voices, sometimes subtle, sometimes deafening, that tell you who you should be, how you should live, and what success should look like. These illusions, crafted by society, family, or even your own fears, are like a fog that keeps you from seeing the truth of who you are. But today, you're being called to something greater. It's time to break free from the roles that no longer fit, the beliefs that hold you back, and the illusions that dim your light. You were never meant to conform to a mold. You were created to shine, to stand out, and to walk a path that only you can walk. Think about the stories you've been told about what it means to succeed, to belong, to be enough. How many of those stories truly resonate with your soul? How many were handed to you, not chosen by you? Breaking free begins with asking the hard questions. Is this belief really mine? Or was it placed on me? Does this path feel right for me? Or am I following someone else's idea of happiness? This process is not easy. It's like peeling away layers of armor that once protected you, but now weigh you down. Each layer you shed brings discomfort, but it also brings clarity. You're not losing yourself. You're uncovering the person you were always meant to be. Imagine this. For years, you've been carrying a heavy backpack filled with rocks. Each rock represents a belief, expectation, or fear that isn't truly yours. The weight has slowed you down, made you doubt your abilities, and kept you from climbing higher. But now, you're beginning to unpack that bag. With each rock you let go of, you feel lighter, freer, more alive. The journey to authenticity requires courage. It means stepping away from the safety of the familiar and into the unknown. But here's the truth. The familiar isn't truly safe if it keeps you small. Staying in a box that doesn't fit you will never lead to the freedom your soul craves. Think back to the moments when you felt truly alive, times when you acted from the depths of your heart, unburdened by fear or judgment. Those moments weren't coincidences. They were glimpses of your true self, breaking through the fog of illusion. Can you remember how light, how powerful, how you felt in those moments? That's the person you're meant to be, not just occasionally, but every day. Breaking free also means facing the fears that whisper. What if you fail? What if you're not enough? These fears aren't your enemies. They're your teachers. They show you the places where you've been holding back, the wounds that need healing, and the lies you've been telling yourself. And when you face them head on, they lose their power. Here's a secret. Fear often masquerades as practicality. It tells you to play small, to stay safe, to avoid risk. But deep down, your soul knows the truth. Playing small doesn't protect you. It stifles you. Choosing courage over fear is the ultimate act of self-love. As you let go of the illusions, you'll start to notice something incredible. The world begins to shift. Relationships that once felt heavy will either transform or fade away. Opportunities that align with your true self will begin to appear. And most importantly, you'll feel a sense of freedom that can't be measured by external success, but is deeply felt in your heart. This isn't about rejecting the world. It's about seeing it clearly. It's about recognizing when fear disguises itself as logic, when doubt whispers lies, and when you've been living someone else's story instead of your own. Your unique journey is not meant to look like anyone else's. Stop comparing your timeline, your achievements, or your choices to others. The world doesn't need another copy. It needs you, in all your authenticity. As Psalm 139 verse 14 reminds us, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Your path will have twists and turns, pauses and leaps. It won't always make sense, and it won't always be easy, but it will always be yours. Every detour has a purpose. Every challenge is shaping you. Every quiet moment of doubt is a chance to reconnect with your inner truth. Breaking free also means setting boundaries, not just with others, but with yourself. Ask yourself, are the habits I cling to helping or hindering me? Are the people around me lifting me up or holding me back? It's not about cutting people off without compassion, but about protecting the sacred energy that fuels your journey. Remember this, growth demands space. Letting go of what no longer serves you creates room for what's meant for you. It's a process of release, renewal, and rediscovery. And while it may feel uncomfortable, it's also deeply liberating. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a dense forest. The shadows of the trees represent the illusions that have clouded your vision, the doubts, the fears, the false identities you've carried. Now, imagine stepping into the light. The colors around you are vivid. The air is crisp. The path ahead is illuminated like never before. This is the power of breaking free. It's the moment you reclaim your life, not the life others expect of you, but the one your soul has always known you were meant to live. You don't have to know every step ahead. Trust the process. Trust the whispers of your intuition. Trust that every layer you shed brings you closer to the person you were born to be. This is your journey. Chosen one. Walk it boldly, authentically, and without apology. You are not here to fit in. You are here to shine. The world is waiting for the brilliance that only you can bring. Let go of the illusions. Step into your truth and embrace the freedom that is your birthright. This is your time. Surrender isn't about giving up or accepting defeat. It's about letting go of the need to control everything and trusting in God's greater plan for your life. When you surrender, you're not abandoning your dreams. You're aligning them with a purpose far bigger and more beautiful than you can imagine. Think about the times you've tried to force outcomes, holding on so tightly to your own plans that it left you feeling drained and stuck. What happened when you finally let go? Often, the answers and opportunities came in ways you didn't expect, but they were exactly what you needed. That's the power of surrender, exchanging the weight of striving for the peace of trust. God's plan for your life is not fragile. It doesn't fall apart when things don't go as you hoped. His plan is built on a foundation of infinite wisdom and love, and it takes into account every twist and turn. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." Surrendering takes courage. It requires faith to trust that God is working behind the scenes, even when you can't see it. Closed doors, delays, and setbacks aren't punishments. They're redirections, guiding you to something greater. Think of those times when things didn't go as planned, but later you realized they were blessings in disguise. That's the divine flow at work. Imagine standing in a river, fighting against the current. The harder you push, the more exhausted you become. But when you surrender, the current carries you effortlessly toward your destination. That's what it means to trust God. You're no longer fighting against life. You're flowing with his purpose. Even in surrender, challenges will come, but instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, you'll start to see them as opportunities for growth and refinement. Exodus 14 verse 14 says, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." Stillness is where trust is born. It's where God prepares you for the blessings he has in store. When you surrender, you don't lose control, you gain freedom. You stop striving to make everything happen on your timeline and trust that God's timing is perfect. You begin to see how every piece of your journey, even the painful ones, is shaping you into who you're meant to be. Letting go doesn't mean you stop dreaming. It means you dream bigger. It means trusting that God's plan is greater than your own. As you surrender, the weight lifts and peace takes its place. The path ahead becomes clearer, and the pieces of your life start to fit together in ways only God could orchestrate. This is your moment to trust the process, lay down the need to control, and step into the freedom of surrender. God's plan is unshakable, and his timing is perfect. Trust him, and watch as he unfolds a life more extraordinary than you ever imagined.